Welcome, one and all, to the Group Ice Finals. Today, I am sure we have an amazing race between Cine and the Real Reliable. Today, we have Fifth Whammy and new IT guy on commentary for us. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Doing well here, Flash.
Well, I will hand it over to you. Our runners are ready, and I will send it off here in a moment.
Wonderful.
Right, well, yeah, welcome to Scrubs Group Ice Finals, everyone. Glad to have you here with us. Cine and the Real Reliable, the two runners left standing for finals. The Real Reliable coming from winner's bracket, so has one win up on Cine already. Cine would need to win here to get a game 2. If the Real Reliable takes it, then that's it. They'd be champion. Something to note here, our starting Junked Remains is George, so no GBT, no Fisherman game. One dungeon down.
Yep, I miss George, but
GBT
that's
probably
good.
the most complex dungeon of the 4, so gives our
I'd agree
runners a
with
bit of a
that.
breather. Yeah, me too. Me
Definitely,
too.
definitely agree. That's also probably the most technical as far as tricks go.
Absolutely. It's tough to think of a room of GBT that doesn't have any tech involved with it.
Right.
Yeah. Super dense place, starts to finish. We will be starting with one transformation mask. We're about to find out ourselves. And he's going to kick off very shortly. We're off. South Clocktown, Deku Mask.
That's always a good
And
song or a good mask.
we have Zora on the ledge too, so two starting transformation masks. And suddenly, a lot of the seed has opened up within the first half minute. 2 songs down south. Scrub Season 3 has 2 songs in the swamp. One on Soaring Statue, one on Deku Palace.
Mm-hmm.
And Zora, of course, opening up plenty of checks in the west and in West Termina Field. Cine interested in Straw Roof Chest here. It is gilded. Meanwhile, Real Reliable heading north.
Okay, not too great.
Goron Village way of the hero. Zora Cape way of the hero. South Clocktown way of the hero. That would be that Zora mask.
Mm-hmm.
West Clocktown Foolish. Last one's interesting. No Swordsman School, no Bank, no Postman's Game. West's Clocktown a very common stop and openers that our runners no longer need to worry about. Boat Archery also dead.
Wonderful. It's a terrible minigame anyway.
A real pain to get to, especially if you have to do Chrome on a separate cycle.
Right. I'm not a fan of any of the bow games, so that's just my opinion. Is they're all trash, but
it's a fair opinion. Real Reliable using the song wall to grab 60 rupees right away.
good way to farm money early.
Yeah.
That's a
bow on Observatory.
Okay.
Yeah, Cine going to the Observatory opener is rewarded.
So that's Moon's tier. Sure.
Yeah, Tingle Piece of Heart in a Heart container. Reliable passing on both. We do have double defense to start, so 6 effective hearts already.
Mm-hmm.
Wanting to save his rupees for something else. Reliable looking to enter Stockpot Inn. Could he be looking to talk to Grandma to advance time? Stone Tower Temple, foolish. On Cindy's side. Yeah, Real Reliable might be going to around 150 to get the reservation mix up with Anju. Cindy peeking what's on Tingle. Has no rupees, won't need to spend them. Res mix up just a piece of heart. Real Reliable moving on to day 2. Could this be the fabled ranch rush we're going to see on Reliable's end?
Could pay out for him.
It could. Plenty of hints at ranch. But no, he's stopping on day 2.
Meanwhile, we are playing tag on Cindy's side.
Yeah, Cine going for a more traditional day 1 opener.
Talk to Madame Aroma here.
Yeah, so that's what he took the short story for.
200 bucks. Oh no, it's 100.
Yeah. Not a bad find. We'll never turn down rupees early.
Right.
I don't think Postman had anything interesting stuck in his head. This is a tricky opening facing our runners. You've got Deku, you've got Zora. If you win Observatory, you have Bow. A lot of extra checks on the pile. We don't even have 5 minutes in yet. Gilded Straw Roof, just a Great Fairy's Mask, has no relevance in these settings. Indeed, it's a very unique opening from Reliable here. I've seen the skip to day 3, but a skip to day 2. Very novel.
That's a heart piece on Cafe.
Okay, he does have another item around his neck. I can't tell what it is.
I can't either.
Might have been another heart piece.
Okay, Garu. There's nothing.
Yeah, the downside of going to day 2 this early for Reliable is that he's lost access to Old Lady this cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Which there's the Old Lady check itself, and then the big bomb bag purchase that Old Lady also enables.
Right.
We'll see if either of those turn out to be a problem.
The bomb bag purchase shouldn't be.
Yeah, it is possible to get that night 3, although you would need 100 rupees to buy it if you.
Well, it's also in West. It's also in West Clock Town.
Oh, that's right. Yes, West Clock Town Foolish does take the big bomb bag purchase off the table, so that perhaps an incentive to skip Old Lady. Big chest in TF. Mask of Truth. Could that spur a ranch visit, I wonder?
That's repeat of Goron Village.
Yeah, Reliable also picking up a bow in Grass Grotto. Thank you for catching that, chat. So no need for the observatory, at least unless Business Scrub Grotto has something. Or I guess Business Scrub in Turn of Field has something.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, text peek from Cine. Ocean Spider House, just a bomb shoot today. No need to worry about that. Alright, Lemons, Stone Mask, not required. Cine finding the Great Fairy Sword from the bomb shop for 50 rupees. Big combat upgrade this early. Big help for things like the Dongos and even Iron Knuckle. Or TSS Tingle, another piece of heart. Yeah, I'm not sure Cine actually has the Foolish West Clocktown information, and it's going to sting a bit. Reliable's early visit to the Gossip Grotto paying off. Yeah. Reliable, looking to skip Mystery Woods, headed straight for Deku Palace, it looks like, and the 2 songs behind it. One in Palace itself, one on the Soaring Statue. I do like that play. Song knowledge is very valuable in MMR. And Deku having 2 songs behind it really encourages this sort of thing.
Okay. I wonder if that was just... Oh, Cine hasn't been to the grotto yet.
Yeah, Cine does not know.
Yep, so this is just Cine playing, thinking that everything here is just live, but...
Yeah, one of the downsides of the Observatory opener is that you do delay your visit to the Gossip Grotto and its 4 hints. And occasionally it can bite a bit. The consolation prize for Cine is, of course, GFS, which might win him back sometime.
Very nice. Yep.
Meanwhile, Reliable in Deku Palace. Let's see what he finds. Cine banking. The bank checks themselves won't matter, but occasionally you might find a check or two that asks for rupees. Particularly in Goron Village. There's a business scrub asking for 200.
Very nice. Very clean.
Wallet on bombers.
Speaking of bombs.
And bomb bag on Bean Man.
Okay.
Gossip Stones are dead, just the sword upgrade. Huh. Look at that, Dekuless tech to enter Deku Palace.
Oh. Very nice, making that Dodonga fight look very simple.
That's the advantage of the GFS for sure.
Yeah, and I don't see a reason Reliable would ever go and pick it up.
Yeah, tough to justify once you get that foolish hint. And with sword upgrade behind Gossip Stones, the best Reliable can hope for sword-wise is a Razor Sword. Except if FD comes up, which could happen.
Yes. Palace Guard is being not very nice.
The Palace Scarves love to be a little unpredictable. They can catch out even experienced runners. Invisible Soldier dead.
That's a
new news to
title
us.
deed. I didn't see which
Okay,
one
that
it was.
land title deed.
Land title? Okay.
Yep. Could be turned in Southern Swamp. Scrubs does have keep items through time, so you don't have to worry about losing it if you cycle. Cine getting the Gossip Grotto now, gonna get some news. Might not be happy to hear about West Clocktown Foolish, but hey, GFS is a GFS.
I mean, the amount of time that Cine lost doing that versus the amount of time that may gain from boss fights and stuff with GFS is a wash at best. If not, you save a lot more time.
It's a definite help for Adalwa and even Goat.
And that is Elegy on Sonata.
All right. That will be a required song today. Looking for 3 more. Oath, Sonata, Lullaby, at minimum.
Whatever was on deck, you Scrub Salesman. Cindy not interested.
Gets to keep hold of those 100 rupees.
Mask of Truth.
And New Wave is a dead song today. Don't need it for gossips, don't need it for GPT. Gilded in Woodfall. Ha, it's a bean. Cindy seeing the spare bow. Once Reliable hits the owl, gonna face a question where to go next. North's open to him, or well, yeah, North is open to him. I don't know if he'd go there if I Goron though. Though there is a Waff. West open to him, could pursue that Cape Waff. Doesn't have a hook shot though.
Meanwhile, as we wait for Cindy to strike down Sakon. Blink. And it's a
Old lady pays. Wow. Light
yeah,
arrows.
glow sticks are kind of important. Old lady.
We do need Stone Tower Temple. Light arrows are required.
That could be reliable checks that.
Yes, Reliable hopefully will consider that cycle too.
Mm-hmm.
Zinni also finding Letter to Mama on the North Clocktown Fairy Fountain. Ranch Sisters Defense dead. Includes Swamp Title Deed. Good to get a not required for that since Goron Village is Waff. Alright. Reliable going back, picking up his day 2 Wood is a Mystery Grotto. Does not have a bottle yet, would not be able to help Kwome out. But does find fires. So day 2 Mystery Woods Grotto is required. Zinni looking to pick up Deku Playground. Huh. Just a piece of heart for Kotake, but Reliable is rewarded with those fires. Mystery Woods paying off for him.
And
Second
another
wallet on deck.
wallet.
Wow, double wallets North Clocktown.
Right.
Yeah, we only need one in Scrubs. But if we do need one, Hide and Seek and Deku Playground potentially delayable. Sometimes in runs, especially once you get going.
It's a bomb mask.
Huh. 2 forms of explosives in Deku Palace then.
And that's all. Or no, that's Couples mask.
Couples mask. Logical couples mask, no less. If Reliable wants to turn that in, he'd have to wait until 10 a.m. day 3. Or wait until next cycle. Is he looking to make a West play here? Zinni not hugely equipped for West, no bottle for Labfish, no bombs, no hookshot, but Zora and a bow might be enough to find something here.
Very nice.
Good shooting from Reliable. Mask of Sense.
Well, we don't really care about that.
No, we don't need that today. We have wallets.
Okay.
Keysart and Rupee for Tingle. Reliable going straight to Town Archery. Maybe looking to kill time until 10 a.m. for that couples mask turn in. Zinni hurrying to Cape. Cafe's mask on Beavers. That's a candidate. Doesn't have to hook for it though yet.
Come on, required beavers.
Well, we don't know. That text doesn't tell us about the importance of the item. So it could be needed, it could not be needed. Doing the other checks in Zora Cape might shed some light on the subject. Yeah, Zinni able to just snipe the like from the bow. That'll save some trouble.
Well, even if though it can't be the item, right? That the WAF
And
refers to.
let's see. I believe since it is,
Because it's a direct hint versus.
I think that rule only applies to region hints. Like if somebody tells you what region the Garrow's mask is in or what region Keg is in, then those couldn't be WAF. But
Okay.
this is just telling you what's on a check and you have to go to a specific place for it, I think it can still qualify. Yeah. Reliable finding that first bottle on Town Archery. Looking to go straight to Kwame here.
Okay, there's B.
Yeah, that would not be the WAF. Yeah, I forget what Zinni picked up on the like. I feel like it was something important if he went down for it. Checking hall. Something up there on Lulu's ledge. Zinni wants it. Oh, that's Gibdo mask. That's Icona access and potentially well access.
Mhm.
Logically, that would also be behind Goron and Mountain Title Deed. But out of logic, we can get it now. Cindy happy to do that. Oh, Vox, it was Captain's Hat on the like? Yeah, that might be Waff.
Okay, there's
Ooh,
magic.
magic on Kwome. Good pickup from Reliable. Mystery Woods having both magic and fires. And we have an all-night mask from Evan.
The bottle was town Clock Town Archery.
Yep, that's the one.
Words are hard right now.
Yeah. Reliable has managed to get to 10 a.m., so Couples Mask Turn in now available. Yeah, Cindy looking to make good on that A&M. Gonna take him to day 3. Gonna lose out on that day 2 grotto from Mystery Woods by doing so.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing special on that Couples Turn in.
Yeah,
Nothing special on that A&M either.
Yeah, they will both miss it. I would argue that Cindy's getting the worst end of the stick there. Pun not intended, but missing out on both magic and fire arrows is probably worse than missing out on light arrows.
Yes, the Southern Swamp and Mystery Woods are strong this seed. Fires, magic. Of course, magic requires the bottle, so you have to go back for that after doing Town Archery, looks like.
Right.
Well, there's a hint. Mirror Shield Chest dead. That's the other sword upgrade. So unless you divert for that, from Iconic Castle, which I guess is possible if Lights and Fires, you're stuck with a Kokiri sword unless you buy that GFS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fox the Waff was Zora Cape, not Zora Hall. I don't know if the Gipta would qualify. Oh, Tingle has an empty bottle in Milk Road. Not that Cindy will need that. Cindy doing Town Archery right now. Alright, Reliable would like a ranch visit.
That was the what the hell is his name? The Invisible Soldier guy.
Yep.
Don't remember his
Shiro
name.
off
Shiro.
the table.
Thank you.
See, I believe one mass climb is enabled, Fox, in these settings. Stone Tower Temple Foolish. Other copy of this was near Observatory. So this is Reliable's first time seeing it. With a Deku Mask start and Zoran bow in hand, I would think Cindy would be drawn to Swamp for its song sooner rather than later.
Mm-hmm.
Though he would have to cycle for Mystery Woods. Oh! We have a very valuable always hints in Ranch there. in the Cuckoo Shack. Butler has a required bottle of gold dust. That's the kind of hint that's going to shape these runners' approach to the seed going forward, is because now you know you've got to do Woodfall Temple on day 1 or 2. Shoot that princess, get your dusts, go back north, turn it in. Reliable will have fire, so that'll be pretty easy for him.
That's a picked up box. And South Clock is once again Wath.
Real Reliable making good on that Mask of Truth with a dog race.
Go, Blue Dog! I believe. I believe, Blue
So
Dog,
far, so
you
good.
got this. No, Blue Dog,
Oh.
you're losing!
Gold is wasting no time today.
Ugh.
Good effort from Blue, though. Not last yet.
And
Hey,
not
not last
last.
at all. Good work, Blue Dog. You're improving. City looking to race horses, on the other hand.
And a bow.
That's all our bows today.
Yep.
I believe that's all 3 bows in Termino Field, because our Mask of Truth was there as well.
Mm-hmm.
$47.75 horse race for Cine. Very nice. For a slight refund. Cine riding straight into ranch. Does have the Mask of Truth also. I think we're going to get another dog race.
But then you will be finding out about that very important gold dust info.
Yeah, there's a chance it could just lead to ice arrows, which are logically required but skippable thanks to GPT being junked.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a sour surprise. Reliable done with Milk Road, taking Ipana out. And I think here's where we're going to see a West play. Yeah, unlike Cine, we'll be able to pick up Baobaba Grotto here, thanks to the explosives.
Mm-hmm.
Reliable will also have access to Zora Cape Grotto, which is important given the waft there. Still no hookshot though.
Piece of heart.
Cine didn't miss anything.
All right, let's see if Blue Dog can win. Great lead to begin with. Charging from the backs of gold dog. Oh, just straight into the lead. All right.
Blue Dog holding up well. Reliable also able to do Lavfish here. Stinny did not have a bottle on first visit.
Rip.
Yeah, Cindy should have plenty of rupees for the rest of the seed. We'll need them for bank, but if the Goron Village Scrub asks for 200, he'll have them. Do need Goron to turn that in though. Cindy gets the dust news. Huh. Did Reliable not turn in that fish on the Lapfish? Oh, Reliable was worried about getting the text in about Beaver Race, because that goes away once the clock strikes 6.
Mhm.
So then he gets a free 100 for banking. It's a foolish 100, but still 100.
I mean, I'd like a foolish $100. That would be great.
Something big in Cape Grotto.
Womp.
Ice arrows. That will fulfill the waff.
Mm-hmm. For logical Arcana access.
That does mean that gold dust leads to something else. Something that you are going to have to grab. Well,
Mm-hmm.
likely going to have to grab. It could be Mountain Title Deed. Oh, and there's Captain's Hat. Stockpot in staff room. Cindy's seen enough. He is cycling immediately. With A&M purchased dead in Scrub Season 3, no reason to stick around. Quick cycle 1 for Cindy. Net him lights and 2 wallets that Reliable doesn't have. Reliable, however, having magic, fires, explosives, and the 2 songs from South. I think with this red potion purchase, Cindy is thinking South now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looked like anything special on stage lights, unless I missed something critical on Reliable side.
Nope. It was $200.
Yeah. Flash, I believe the 3rd Foolish is still pending. On some regional gossip somewhere.
According to my list, I have West Clock and Stone Tower Temple.
Yeah, that's what I've got. And my wafts are Goron Village, Zori Cape, South Clocktown. With the second 2 resolved.
Yeah.
Reliable getting A&M. Not going to be able to turn it in this cycle, though. We'll have to wait. Yeah, Reliable did not hit the Great Bay Coast Owl. Had to rush down to Cape, talk to the Zora before he disappeared for the evening.
Nice.
That upper left scrub giving Cindy a bit of trouble in swamp archery.
Mhm.
Now Reliable catching up on the lab fish.
There we go. Piece of
Just a piece of heart. And Reliable all done with his tingles. Empty bottle, the only thing on tingle today. Reliable making a play for Pinnacle Rock.
Cindy grabbing a fish there. Could be a Zord cake play.
Cindy does have 2 bottles in hand. Good aim on the fins.
Did grab a picture of Tingle, so definitely thinking has South on the mind. Or Southern Swamp, I should say.
And we'll be able to neatly weave that in. With the Mystery Woods and Deku Palace. Should be able to get it all done in one fell swoop, which is good for Cindy, because there's a lot there. Small gilded.
Here. Moon's Tear. Okay.
Not looking to turn it in just yet, soaring back to coast. And the trip to PFE for Reliable. There will be a
That's the
ledge
range
peak here.
defense hint.
Yep. No ranch defense. No Great Bay Coast ledge.
Woodfall
There's
is
our
foolish.
third foolish Woodfall. Not much there. Cindy picking up fires. Will be rewarded for this visit to Mystery Woods. Yep, just Woodfall Flash. Just those 3 chests outside the temple. One of the weaker foolishes in the game, because those 3 chests come very naturally to runners as they're making the run up to the owl. Yeah. These chests in PFE are Sphere 0. Well, actually no, Sphere 1, I guess, because Zora was on the ledge. Potentially rewarded with the Mirror Shield. So between our runners, all we're missing, Goron, Hookshot, Keg. And once we have Goron, Keg will be hinted pretty strongly in the bomb shot. Reliable will get captains here. Reliable's best option may be to route in Old Lady alongside a trip east to check out that captain's hat somehow. Reliable taking some time to visit observatory. Cine got this at the very beginning. Reliable going to cut it short and soar. Or no, or cycle.
Cycle, soar, kind of the same thing. Just one's physically through or from place to place, the other one's through time. Kind of both soaring. Alright. And nothing there.
Reliable doubling immediately on cycle.
Cindy getting the magic off of Kome.
Yeah, Picto didn't give much, but hey, it was in the right direction. Yeah, the moon's tear from Pinnacle Rock, not important, just a 20. Yeah, just some catch up on both sides of our stream right now. Cindy catching up on Deku Palace, Reliable catching up on the observatory. Reliable will peek at Skull Kid here, which does stop his in-game clock. Indeed, Goron and Hook still unseen, and that's going to become an annoyance for our runners. One has to wonder what that Goron Village waft is for. And with Gibdo and Lulu's Lech like that, there's a chance Goron Village is just waft for the mountain title, dude.
There's bombs for Cindy.
And he picking up the beans so he can buy one later. Bible heading west. I don't believe... Yeah, we're getting a traditional Night 1 Terminator Field trip.
Right.
Except it's Night 1 Cycle 2. We're reliable. Just using a Kokiri sword here. We really feel the difference between this and Cindy's clear at the GFS.
Because it's what, double the amount? It's 3 jumps with that, or 3 jump slashes with GFS.
Yeah, I think it's 2 versus 6.
Oh, is it 2 versus 6? I forgot how many.
Yeah, reliable, not losing a lot of time on it though, doing it very cleanly. Getting some rupees in the bargain as well. must say, it is obnoxious when an item shows up in that West Garden in Deku Palace because you have to fiddle with the scrubs for even longer.
Mm-hmm.
Taking out the Deku Scrub here lets Cindy use this flower. Gonna be able to float on over. Not enough time to turn around and jump right back out again. Has to wait a bit.
That's Elegy.
Yeah, hook shot still does prevent logical access to Icona.
Mm-hmm.
Or lack of hook shot prevents it, I should say. I believe Cindy does lack the Woodfall Foolish, so is gonna pick up the A1 Gilded here. Viable heading east, probably to look into that captain's hat. Yeah. Sonata would lead to a dungeon clear here. Oath would be required, but of no immediate help. Same for Lullaby. Healing and Storm still out there, the other two songs that might not amount to much. Reliable about to take advantage of the grave hints as we can find out. Ooh, healing's in the grave. Might not be important. Dampe digging, a spare milk bottle. So, graveyard for healing, plus whatever's on the bats. Plus Kita, plus this grotto.
That is a regular chest.
Kita will stay undisturbed today.
Oh, there's Biggie.
Something in the grotto? No,
Time
Bomber's
loss
notebook.
book.
Extra text bubbles for reliable. LTD for Blast Mask. And for couples.
City soaring here.
Reliable 11 p.m. has inverted. Perhaps nervous about being able to take out Iron Knuckle and the bats and get back in time for Old Lady.
Very important.
Zinni going back to Cape, suspicious of that waff.
Oh.
Lights
Okay.
are on Old Lady Sim, which Reliable skipped early, went to day 2 very early. But Reliable is in line to claim that check. Has to take either of this Iron Knuckle first.
Nice.
Cine looking to pick up Toilet Hand here. But I'm not sure he has a spare. Oh no, he does have that letter to Mama.
Mm-hmm.
LTM came from NCT Fairy Fountain, I believe.
Sounds right. Choose.
Nothing
Nice.
special in Toilet Hand. So our runners have to wonder, where's that Goron? Where's that hook? There are some checks in Goron Village you can get as a human. You've got fires. You've got a wallet for Smithy Day 1. Or, well, Reliable will get the wallet if he does bombers here. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Mountain Village isn't the WAF. Possible Mountain Village could have something, though. Maybe not quite likely. Well, besides that Butler hint telling us that Bottle of Gold Dust is required, so it does have that. Something required behind Gold Dust, something required on Goron Village. Maybe that's it. Or maybe one of them is Mountain Title Deed and we're still hunting for something. It all depends on where Garo is, because if Garo is somewhere else before a Bricona that's accessible, then that Gibdo might not be hard required. Well, whatever the story is, Cine's looking to find out.
But that is the light arrows for Reliable.
Reliable could also make good on that Song of Healing by visiting Camaro. Is that FD on Hugo? With GFS in hand, does Cine even go for Fierce Deity Hugo? I mean, not that he can right now, he doesn't have Goron, but... FD's a good mask, but Hugo's an expensive check time-wise. Yeah, but, no fish walk up to Zoe Grotto for Cine. It is formally out of logic.
Oops.
Bombs for bombs in the hot spring water grotto. Well, Postman's hat for 200 rupees. You would need Goron to buy it, though. That's an ambiguous item in Goron Village. Reliable getting his wallet. Not
Isn't
getting
Post-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Isn't Postman Turnin in West Clarktown though? Or am I thinking
West
something different?
Clocktown. Yeah, West Clocktown is the one region that doesn't have a post box. So Postman's hat's still alive.
Okay. I didn't realize. I didn't know if it was. I didn't know if you had to turn it into him specifically or the. But yeah, got it.
Yeah, the Postman's Freedom check is the one you turn into him, which ends up being an East Clocktown check, funny enough, because that's where it actually concludes, and you get his, what is it, a piece of heart today?
Right.
Alright, so after doing Bomber's Hide and Seek, Reliable goes, gets Camaro. Very sensible routing there.
What is on Camaro?
Nothing on Camaro. A bottle in Lens Cave.
Ooh,
Another big
no.
in Lens Cave.
Hook
It's
shot.
Hook Shot.
Okay.
There's our waff. Hook. What do we do with Hook? Remember, we still don't have logical access to Icona. That Gipta was behind Mountain Title Deed, which requires Goron to turn in. But, Pirates Fortress Interior now in play. Beaver Race and the 2 Lech chests in Cape now in play. Cafe's Mask on Beaver Race. That would be a heck of a note for a final seed. Reliable has a fish in hand. Looking to stop off at the Fairy Fountain first. Cindy going to Pinnacle Rock may be hesitant to make the PF play without Goron in hand. Yes. Ah, thank you, Tracker, for getting that hook on Cindy.
And happy early 59 minutes and 60 seconds to everyone. Or a 1 hour, as we call it. But thank you to our runners, Cindy and The Real Reliable, for putting on this show for us. Thank you to our trackers, December Ween and Lady Draco, for pressing buttons so we know what's going on. Thank you to Flash for restreaming this, and then thank you to my co-con today, the fifth whammy.
Yes, thank you, new IT guy. Yeah, glad we were able to put this team together to bring you the ICE finals. Yeah, to catch everybody up at the hour mark, our runners have found plenty. Cindy has just tracked down the hook in Goron Village, but now all our wafts are solved. Still looking for Sonata, still looking for Lullaby, still looking for Oath. Biggest spice so far. Butler has a required bottle of gold dust. But the danger is it might be a mountain title deed for the Gipto mask on Lululech. Butler, of course, locked behind Sonata, though, so our runners still have some searching to do before they can resolve that. Of course, the problem is there are no more song checks open to our runners. Baby Goron needs Goron. Lost Blue Warp needs a dungeon completion. We don't have a logical mask to get to Icona for what's his face, Egos.
Mm-hmm.
Cindy also liking the mirror shield right now.
Did Cindy pick up the mirror?
He doesn't have it on his back, so
Okay.
a little fuzzy on where mirror was this seed. Was it somewhere reliable did? Yeah, Foolish is today. West Clocktown, Stone Tower Temple, and Woodfall. GFS was actually at the West Clocktown bomb shop. Cindy did not know about the Foolish when he went to buy that GFS, so that could be a useful advantage for him in combat.
Mm-hmm.
FD is on Hugo today as well. Oh,
There's Pirates. Okay.
thank you, Froppy in chat. Pirates Fortress has the mirror shield today. With Hook in hand, Cindy could do PFE and PFI.
I
Cindy
believe that
wants
was
to get
Nocturne of Shadow on the wall. Wrong, but I believe that was Nocturne on the wall.
Indeed it is. A couple other songs from OOT show up on there too, if I remember right.
And Cindy also picking up the Time Lost Notebook.
Well, at least they're getting it an hour in when a lot of the Clocktown checks with notebook ribbons on them have already been taken care of. Liable has a bottled fish in hand. We could see Fishwalk from him, getting that grotto in Twin Islands. Yeah, after Graveyard, I'm not sure what's left in contention for Goron, or Mountain Title Deed. Perhaps we think about PFI here? That's the location that looms large in my mind. Right. Reliable going to try to put a fish down and use the friction from the fish to keep from falling down the slope as he walks up it. Oh, fish keeps sliding out of the way. There it is, there it is. Good work, Reliable. What is on Zoe Grotto? Which will be in logic once you get that hook shot.
And Cindy making very simple work of the Iron Knuckle.
GFS coming in clutch. Neat recoil attempt from Reliable there to get back to the Twin Islands. Cindy gets healing. We do have Macau, and Great Bay Costa could be healed. We haven't seen that. Yeah, Cindy has hook in hand, so he could keep going to Icona just to hit the owl. It's not formally in logic without that mountain title deed, but the owl is still viable progression. You're gonna have to go back and do Stone Tower Temple at some point. We're learning about that postman's hat. Won't have to worry about it too much once he finds that hook shot in Lynn's cave.
You always full clear your was, though. It very well could be.
It could
Unlikely, but
be. Yeah, eventually our runners will go back there for the song once they find Goron. So that would be a good chance to pick it up. Right. Nothing in Shrine Grotto. Cindy going up to hit the owl. I'm not sure if he proceeds from here, given the logical implications.
no, we do
Reliable
not know
going.
where Garo Mask is.
Yes, that is still pending. That Gypto Could be hard required. All depends on where Garo is. Reliable going back to Cape, we are going to see the tree ledge chest. Could he follow through and do beaver race for that cafes? We're getting low enough on checks that I could see it happening. Yeah, Reliable is committing. We're gonna get beavers live on stream.
Yeah, beavers.
Zinni gonna head further up. Might as well climb Stone Tower. That's another owl you've got to hit. Does have a bean in hand. I think he has a bean in hand. Yeah, he went back to Deku Palace, so he's got the bean. I don't know if he's got the water though. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple checks behind this cafe's mask. First Midnight Meeting, and then Madame Roman Bar. Also doable, even this cycle. Now that we have the letter to Mama. And if there's something behind the cafe's mask, this beaver race is going to pay off big time for Reliable. Cinny hitting Stone Tower, Owl stopping for now, going to soar back. That Stone Tower Temple fully foolish too. Providing some extra hesitation, I'm sure. Oh, hello, Beaver.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a spoiler.
Alright.
Healing Macau on the left. Real Reliable with his Cafe's mask on the right. Looks like he is thinking about Madame Aroma and Bar. Check fully in logic. Yes, there's just one beaver check. These settings do not force you to repeat beaver race for the second check. What is in Macau's heart? Or I guess his head.
Rupee.
20 rupees. A reasonably valuable heart.
Mm-mm.
Madame Aroma and Bar.
Nope.
Gunny Hood. You get to run a little faster, and it's a logical requirement for the Postman's game, but nothing crucial. Reliable looking to cycle, probably going to set up Midnight Meeting with that cafe mask. Another wait for midnight. PFI might be a natural visit for Reliable to burn time there. Zinni, meanwhile, looking to make his first visit to Pirate's Fortress after that healing check. We'll get Mirror along the way.
Yep, we'll get mirror. This makes sense too. It's probably the densest spot we have left.
Yes, 9 checks total for Zinni. The peak here, 3 in exterior, 5 in interior. We'll miss out on sewers.
Cindy getting the woodfall message there.
But if we find Goron in PFI, we might not need sewers. Goron could be used to get the keg hint, and keg would be our last required item. If we find Mountain Tidal Deed in sewers, however, then that, or not in sewers, in interior, then that would put our Gibdo Mask into logic, and therefore put Icona and even Upper Icona into logic.
Mhm.
That would mean the Well Runners play. Not Mirror Shield chest, mind you, that's in the dead, but left side well, right side well. Temple itself is foolish, but the Bean Chest and Stone Tower are not included in that. Those could have something too. Apple headed east. Looking to kill the knight one time this way. Hey, it's progression. Did City decline to visit interior?
Strange, but
City looking to take the bean chests over PFI. How will this decision pay off for him? He can combine it with a clear of Stone Tower Temple. Lack of Goron not stopping him there.
so for my own knowledge here, this is inverted stone tower, right? Now?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, the bean chests are here in Inverted Stone Tower, which isn't included as part of the Temple for the Foolish. So these
Right.
chests could have something. But they don't. Now, Cine heads through a Foolish Stone Tower Temple. I think we're going to see a straight shot, the Twin Mold here, which will be taken out with arrows.
Mhm.
Real Reliable making a play for the well. At the very least for a sword upgrade.
Makes
Clean
sense.
tech by Cine getting to the left side of Stone Tower Temple to hit that switch. Straight through now for him. Stone Tower Temple, fully foolish, not foolish except song.
Oh no. Trap card was activated.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure our well is worse than OOT's.
I would 100% agree with that.
One of these days I am going to learn OOTR.
No, the well in OOT is nothing compared to the one in MM. It's so much nicer. Because you just peek everything, and if it's not big, you just leave.
Reliable wants his song from Iconic Castle, and I can't blame him. You take whatever information you can get in a seed like this. Hero is required. Sonata.
Well, that is a dungeon.
That's a dungeon. And if Gibda was the only way to access Icona, then that gold dust on Butler is not going to lead to Mountain Title Deed. It's going to lead to Goron.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. There's one of the twin molds down.
Liable looking to test that theory right now. Hey, Deku Soldier even brought a boomerang from Hyrule. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm. But missed it.
Yeah, at this point, with Goron and Keg, possibly Keg, all that's left. Still missing 2 required songs. We might need Keg, we might not need Keg.
Does
Reliable
anyone
may be
have
looking to just go mode
magic
this.
here, though? Okay, perfect. It's twin mold down now.
Yeah, I don't think Reliable is interested in searching Woodfall Temple.
Mm-mm.
Oh, we're gonna get the recoil flip onto... Yes, recoil flip through the pre-boss room. Just learned this trick and I love it so. Very clean execution on that from Reliable, and here's Odawa.
Doll who?
We only have a Razor Sword, he might last a bit.
I don't know.
Yeah, chat points out we have a Lens of Truth on Twin Mold. That's in a foolish location, so... No need for Lens today.
Double magic. No Dola.
Boss Blue Warp is the Song of Storms. So...
Make it right.
Yes, I believe one remains on both sides of the stream. Princess to the Palace required today. Yeah, my guess, chat, is that Butler leads to Gold Dust, which leads to Goron.
Mm-hmm.
So you weren't going to be able to use the Keg to do Keg Castle. Hence, Lens of Truth is foolish. Boss Blue Warp was the Song of Storms. Both our runners have that now. Both our runners won't be helped very much by that. Well, then again, we do have Pamela enabled, but we might be in no mode on stream. Because we're pretty sure that this bottle of gold dust leads to Goron, and then Goron is going to let us get the Keg hint. If we even need Keg. We might need Keg, we might not.
And that was Was Sonata picked up for Cine there?
Yes. Cine making some nice money off those readouts there. I'm pretty sure we do actually need Romani's song. Keg is going to be required. We already have Healing, we already have Storms, we already have New Wave. We have all the dud songs for the seed, therefore every song check is going to be required. Yeah, we're still missing... Yeah, Lullaby could be Vanilla. We're still missing Oaf too, so Oaf is either behind Baby Goron or behind the Keg. That Bunny Hood actually going to be a big help in Butler race. Going to save Real Reliable a fair bit of time. Cine now hot on his heels, entering Woodfall Temple. Though Cine does have the advantage of having cleared S2T.
We'll have a good, pretty good, hopefully a Dolwith fight also.
Yeah, Gold Dust Turn-In could also be Keg, in which case we have to keep searching for Gorn. That is possible, Sim. Because Keg is required now. Yeah, Cine, unlike the Real Reliable, is taking his time to search Woodfall Temple. If Goron or Keg shows up here, that would be a very prudent decision indeed. Oh. Yeah. Good catch, Sam. Yeah, this is a go mode from Cine. Well, not a full go mode, a go mode dungeon. And Pony Hood, of course, coming from Madame Aroma and Bar. Gonna make up for some of the time Really Reliable spent on the Beaver race. Cine having to fight off the Dragonflies a bit. But a good pre-boss room anyway. Yeah, with Beaver race done, will Reliable
All right.
remember to pick up his midnight meeting?
Well, I haven't seen the Adola fight. Did it start? Oh, it's a. Oh, well, man. So glad I bought tickets to that.
And Adal is a unique enemy that only shows up once in the game, kind of like Kuribo and Kuribo Shu in SMP3.
Ah, got it. Yeah, supposedly there was an Adola fight. I didn't see it, but apparently there was one.
Nothing on Midnight Meeting. So that Cafe's mask on Beaver Race, not required.
Mm-hmm.
Bunny Hood does offset some of the time investment, though. So City actually at 2 remains to Reliable's 1.
We'll be going for Butler race now, I would assume.
Yep, Princess is in hand, headed straight to Deku Palace.
No, silly daddy, don't barbecue the monkey.
Reliable picking up Smithing 1 as well,
Might as well.
taking advantage of that Tech Titan light arrows. Cine also inverted right now, perhaps wanting to keep that option open himself.
This will be FD for reliable.
Our container Smithy 1, and now the required turn in for Smithy 2.
Oh. Right.
Yeah, Hugo
Where's
needs
Hugo?
some meat from the Goron village.
Got my chicks mixed up in my head. Sorry, I run OOT, not this.
Was that the Goron mask on Smithy 2? Reliable did peek it. If it's Goron, we have a pretty straightforward seed. If it's Keg, we still got to do some searching.
That is a
It is
Goron.
Goron. Reliable headed straight to Clock Town. Keg hit now available. Only 2 song checks left. Both are required, so we need the Keg. Sewer.
Yep.
So back to PFS. Huh, yeah, I think the camera worked in such a way that Reliable might not have seen the GFS. Yeah, so final cycle for real Reliable. Straight to sewers, get that Keg, get the Romani's game, get your song, get the Goron village, get your other song, salt the sea. And we may never know where that mountain title dude ended up.
Somewhere dumb, probably.
PF, I suspect, which it looks like both our runners may manage to avoid. Cindy's advantage here, well, 2 advantages. 1, the GFS, which is minor, and 2, the
Entire completion
remains
of
of Twinmold.
FTC. Yeah.
Yeah, Cindy's decision to bail on PFI in favor of STT increasingly justified, I feel. Yeah, Reliable ahead on resolving Keg, but behind on actually doing STT, so when those differences offset, we're going to end up with a real close race in the end. As a reminder, everybody, this is the Group Ice Finals. The real Reliable came from winner's bracket, defeated Cine directly in a race earlier. So Cine has to win a race for the reset, and then we have one more finals game. If Reliable ends up winning, that's it. He is the champion.
I believe that match is already scheduled. I think it's for tomorrow at this time also.
It would be tomorrow, 6 p.m. And PFS Maze straight up hands us the keg. No need for the back room. And I think we can safely declare go mode for the Real Reliable, unless you count the songs.
Any resetting?
Both runners will be doing Romani's game. Reliable opting to stand still, start shooting. Good shooting from Reliable with a sub 30.
That is Goran
So,
Lullaby.
yep, Lullaby in Romani's game.
Oath
By
on
deduction,
Lullaby.
yep, Oath on Baby Goron. And I think that Postman's hat will go unclaimed. Baby's finally gonna go to sleep. Baby's gonna give us Yof the order. That is official go mode for the Real Reliable. And no interest in FD via Hugo.
Powder cake for Sin.
Alright, so the Real Reliable entered Romani Ranch at around 1 hour 34 minutes.
It's a very, very close race.
Yes, Cine will be 3 minutes behind the ranch. Reliable, however, still has to do Stone Tower Temple.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe has to climb the tower.
Yep.
Yeah, both runners managing to dodge PFI. Either Garrow or Mountain Title Deed was there, I reckon. Well, no, it couldn't have been Mountain Title Deed because you need Goron to turn that in. So it must have been Garrow. Our runners probably got the Garrow hint, right? I don't remember what it was. Sloppy on me as a com. Yeah, wafts today were, yep. Oh, there they are. Thank you, Butler. Yes, today Zora Mask was right there on the ledge. at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Quickest wath you'll ever see.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's visible from the title screen, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's tradition to pick that from the title screen before you start your seed.
That's Lullaby. And just off to Goron Village we go.
I'd say it's a little higher than that, Butler. The mid-game bottleneck here was a little rough. The dungeons themselves, very quiet today. I believe all of them have been go-moded.
Yep. So the double timing will be an official go mode once does this. Only one dungeon left to beat.
Yeah, despite already having that STT remains, Cine will still have to wait until midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very clean go modes of dungeons from our runners today. With the exception of that little missed jump in WFT for Cine. And just some very solid play all around. Yeah, for those just coming in, required gold dust on Butler. Likely the story of this seed. That and a very, very late Goron. And Sonata ending up on Egos with Yipdo on Lulu's Ledge. So a rather twisty mid-game logically. Our runners navigate it well. I suspect Garo Hint was a help even though we didn't catch it on stream. Reliable, does not have a huge sword, opts for Arrow Goat. Yeah, good point, chat. Cine, past the time, might as well do Hugo. Because even after full clearing Snowhead, you're still going to have to wait. Well, not full clearing, go-moding Snowhead, you don't have to full clear it. So when Cine does get to Majora, he'll have FD in hand.
Mm-hmm. Goat remains for reliable.
Yeah, no lingering in springtime. Straight to Iconic Canyon to start the climb.
And that is FD for Cine.
An advantage against Majora for sure.
Hmm.
Those terminal clocks almost perfectly synced, both runners at around 8:30. So area transitions are going to throw that off a bit. So here we are, game 1 of Group I's finals, Dungeon versus Dungeon. Snowhead on the left, STT on the right. I'm not sure Hugo's body was ready for FD.
Hmm.
He was too hungry to use it, I guess. Pulling up the bridge. It's a very tricky bridge even for experienced runners.
Yep.
Cine getting a little nervous, exiting spike mode. But he's got the time of day for that.
Yep. Just close to the end, just play it safe and get into the temple.
Two go mode routes through SHT here. Could have opted for the pixel shot. Cine just gonna go ahead and use the fire arrow elevator instead. Takes a little more time, but is safer. Oh, look at him just clipping the left side of that ice switch without hitting the freezer. A good time for good aim. Reliable, entering STT. Setting up left side skip. Good work. That's okay. Back to the beginning where you can hook the chest anyway.
Very nice.
Coat for Cine. Pre-boss room for real reliable. A clean goat here for Cine would be a huge boon.
Mhm.
Has swords big enough to do a bomb-related strat if he wants it. It looks like Cine wants to use arrows. Me, I'm a fan of the bomb strats myself. Alright, gets it lined up. Now he's gonna wait a bit to fire the final arrow. To wait until Goat starts charging.
Very nice.
The ceiling offers a surprise. Cine finds his mark anyway. Excellently done.
And
Reliable
the
as a twin mold.
goat
Oh, what a
is
troll
down.
from Blue Twin Mold. And Cine has spent his time of day wisely, has FD in hand. Headed first to Majora. I remember being doubtful of Cindy's decision to leave PFI, push his progression, and Cindy proved me wrong here tonight. That decision was very, very valuable for him. During Majora. Pulling out FD. Good shooting from Reliable. That's twin mold. No need for that lens.
Right. That was a very quick phase one.
Yeah. Yeah, chat. The funny thing is that Hugo and FD was practically free for Cine because Cine had to wait until midnight anyway. So a real heads-up play, saying that, hey, I've got to burn time anyway. Why not spend it on that FD to make that Majora cleaner and quicker?
All right, Majora's Incarnate.
Real Reliable right behind.
And that is Incarnate down. Time for Wrath.
Yeah, very, very solid play on both sides
Mm-hmm.
of the restream here today. Cine just a little quicker in getting to that progression,
Yep.
following the thread of that Sonata.
Yep. Also having the Fierce Deity sword, or not, fairy, Great Fairy sword early made some of the fights a little faster.
I believe that is time for Cine. GG, Cine.
Yep.
We are getting a game too. Cine has got the reset. And, Real Reliable, starting Majora's Mask, just 100 seconds behind. Have to hand it to him. Great effort here. And he just resolved that mid-game bottleneck a little quicker. What can you say? Nothing to be ashamed here today at all for Reliable. Also doing good work keeping control of this Majora mask here.
Phase one.
Yeah, without that GFS and FD, gonna take more time. Reliable gonna invest in taking out these masks. They can be a real pain in the butt. Majora's Mask will do its thing in the background. Will be happy to interfere with beams of heat, which Reliable can use in his, turn to his favor with that mirror shield. That is doing damage to Majora's Mask. A fair bit of damage has been done to Reliable down to 3/4 of a heart.
Reliable does
Counts,
have a fairy.
that'll help. That'll help. With double defense, he's safe then.
Unless he lost the fairy at some point, but I believe Reliable still has that fairy in a bottle that was picked up going into North.
Yeah, and with the masks unable to interfere now, this should be fairly safe.
And welcome in, Cindy GG's.
GG, Cindy.
Hello. GG's. Weird seed.
It was. A detail we missed on stream, and I'd love to have clarified right now, is did you see the Garrow hint?
It was the grog, right?
Let's see. I know Grog was hinted for, what, a stone mask? That was not required, but... I'm
Oh,
trying to remember...
no, I didn't
Yeah,
check the Garrow hint. I didn't care about
okay.
it since I had Gibdo.
Gotcha. Yeah, good point. I was wondering aloud here on Restream about the Mountain Title Deed logic, because I was fearing that Butler would somehow turn out to have Mountain Title Deed behind the gold dust in the end. But thankfully for all involved, that turned out not to be a case.
Oh god, if Mountain Tile Deed was behind Goldust, that would mean well would be required.
Yeah.
Yeah, since
Also
you need to
great.
go to Upper Icona to be able to do the smithy.
Yeah, I know. It was very twisty mid-game logic. Both of you dismantled it well. Real Reliable just finishing right now. Very good work on Majora. Well done to Reliable.
Oh, it was that close.
Yep.
Yeah, it was very close.
Okay.
You were very tied going into it. Great. You being forced. Well, not really forced, but having that time to waste and being able to pick up Fierce Deity really did make a difference there.
I see. Yeah, yeah, even with picking up Fierce Deity, I was only like a few seconds late to the clock tower.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had time to do that. Kind of figured I'd be early if I were to just go straight for goat.
Yeah. Funny thing was, you didn't know about the West Clocktown Flourish, so it led to you picking up GFS very early as well. Whereas Reliable got the Foolish early and ended up skipping out.
So Reliable got the skip less. Yeah, that would be a time saver for me. Big one.
Yeah, sometime here, sometime there. Yeah.
So did Restream ever see what the logic was to get the Upper Icona?
We're not sure. We were speculating it would be in PFI. And I think you went to PFE, you found Mirror, and then you
Yeah.
just said, to heck with Mountain Title logic. I'm just gonna go to Stone Tower, do my dungeon, and I think that worked out very well for you.
Then we saw PFS for the
Yeah, I was
plays,
surprised. Yeah, I was surprised by the mirror. I was expecting mirror to be on the smithies. So when I saw that, I just figured, screw it, I'm gonna just go get songs, see if I can find Sonata, then do the smithy, see what's on there. If it's Goron, then go get the keg hint. If it's keg, then I have an area of where Goron can't be. It's a pretty big area.
Yeah, it's amazing. You get Deku and Zora right off the bat, and you spend the rest of the seed looking for Goron.
Yeah, and then of course the best mask is buried really deep.
Yeah, did having Deku and Zora that early change your opener approach any?
No, because I do not know if going off the opener would work for Room Key or more importantly the old lady. I do not know if it would have worked, so I did not try it.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. Yeah, opener strategy in them, or at least in the very early going, is really defined by checks like Room Key and Old Lady.
Yeah, Room Key and Old Lady, like they really restrict what you can do in the opener.
Yeah, we were a little concerned on Restream for you when you cycled without having fire arrows and magic that first cycle.
Oh, I was more waiting for a bottle before going over there.
Right.
Yeah, and
That
it was
ended up
day 3 when I
being-
got the bottle, so I was not doing Woods of Mystery on day 3. No, I'm doing on day 2. You can't make me do it any other day.
Right.
That turned out to be a very wise decision for you.
Yeah, fires in the grotto. Yeah, do it any other day, and you're gonna miss that check. which is in most times it's a bad idea. Yeah, you might as well just cycle and just go to day 2.
Yeah, I personally find it tough to ignore the temptation of the 2 songs in Swamp whenever I start with Deku, but um, your approach here paid off very handsomely for you.
Yeah, ranch first, try to get hints, see if like didn't find the third foolish until very late. And turns out it was just Woodfall, which you basically pass by all the checks anyway, so that's a useless hint.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, your win today means we are getting a second grand finals match uh, for the championship. How's it
Yep.
feel to have gotten this far?
Oh, um, feels pretty good. Like I haven't really been practicing much, so I was expecting people like Reliable or KT Bean to kick me out. So I'm surprised I got this far.
Well, your strong performance today speaks for itself, I think I would say. Well done.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, best of luck to you and Reliable too in the finals. I'm looking forward to an exciting match to close out Group I's.
Yeah, just really surprised that I got this far. And I haven't really been focused on MMR much recently.
Yeah. Well, any other questions?
I have no notes.
Think it touched everything. Hard to remember what happened at the beginning of the seed. Besides, like
I
getting like Bo, Deku, Zora at the start.
Both
oh
wallets.
yeah, a lot of possibilities open early this seed, and it kind of showed because you two took very different approaches. Real Reliable went to Stockpot Inn, uh, headed to day 2 very soon after visiting North and North Termina Field for the Grotto and the early hints.
Oh, did he
And
skip? Like, did he skip Old Lady in Cycle 1?
he
Yep.
did skip Old Lady.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, thankfully for his sake, he went back for it on cycle 2.
Yeah, you kind of need those lights.
Yeah, yeah, it was a very close race. GFS, FD helped you out.
Also, Reliable did beavers for Cafe Mask.
Oh, oh, he might have thought that was the way of the hero, maybe.
Yeah, he thought it was worth a try. I think he had ice at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Funny thing
Oh,
is
then
he
never
got
mind.
funny thing is he got Bunny Hood off of Madame Maroma and Bar. He was
Oh,
able to yeah, he was able to offset some of that time with a faster Beaver Butler race.
Yep.
yeah, it
Uh,
can. Yeah, that would definitely offset a little bit of the time. I I don't know if it would offset the full beaver time. That's a long check.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It'll
yeah,
definitely help throughout the seed.
you both
Sorry.
took different approaches. Ended up doing mostly the same in the end, but it's the little differences that made the difference in the end. And you came out on top in a very well contested match. It was exciting to watch.
Yeah, and our first race in winners finals that was less than a minute apart, and now here we're 3 minutes apart.
Yep.
Yeah, about 3
There,
minutes, a
there
little
have
under
been some
4.
close races. Yeah, close races in Group Ice.
Yeah,
Katie
you
Bean
were.
and I were like 2 minutes apart. Uh,
Oh
I think
yeah,
Durax and I came down to 6 seconds.
yeah, that
And
was insane. Had to do
yeah,
a little bit of a retime on that just real quick since it was so close.
yeah, to clarify for our audience, you and Reliable are scheduled for 6 Eastern tomorrow, if I
Yeah,
remember.
same time as this race tomorrow.
All right, very cool. And yeah, hopefully we can get that restream for everyone. That would be a great one to watch, just like tonight's.
Yeah, maybe another close one.
Maybe so. Well, if there's anything else, I'm ready to hand it off to Flash to close things off.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Thank you all, and I look forward to the match tomorrow. We'll see if we can try to get it restreamed. We also have Group Light finals starting, I believe, on Monday. So MMR looking to wrap up here real soon.
Yeah, and for Lights finals, they're doing all of theirs in one day, so just back to back to back.
Jeez.
Oh wow,
Should be
it?
exciting.
Cool. Yeah, they're doing a best of 3, right? After
Yeah, there's like the light bracket that had a bit of a different format. That was a round. Theirs is a round robin with the top 2 facing off in the best of 3 finals, and the 2 runners there is Eris and Protenderdos. So they'll be playing a best of 3 to decide the champ.
Exciting.
All right. Well, I am going to try to give one last thank you to all of our volunteers today, because without them volunteering last second, we wouldn't have been able to do this. We are also going to send off on a raid to Sawyer, who is doing a co-op cross keys for A Link to the Past. And thank you all for being here.